My name is Emily Thompson. I live in a quiet suburb just outside Denver, Colorado. I have a 4-year-old daughter named Lily, and I had a brother named Michael. That day I was standing in the kitchen ironing Lily's little pink dress. We were getting ready for a fitting. I was humming a song to her while she twirled around the room. My phone vibrated on the table. I smiled when I saw my brother's name. Michael rarely texted first. I opened the message. Emily, I've decided. You and Lily are not welcome at the wedding. Don't come. Not to the ceremony, not to the reception. This is my day. Don't ruin it. I read it 3 times. The dress slipped from my hands and fell to the floor. Lily ran over and asked, "Mommy, what's wrong?" I couldn't answer. I just stared at the screen. May 14th, 2025. Exactly 1 month until Michael's wedding. I sat down on the chair. My hands were shaking. Lily climbed onto my lap and hugged me. I felt the warmth of her small body and had no idea how to explain to a 4-year-old that her uncle no longer wanted her at his wedding. I put the phone down and stared at the ceiling for a long time. The iron was still on. I could smell the fabric getting too hot. Lily tugged at my shirt and said, "Mommy, are we still going to wear pretty dresses?" I swallowed hard, kissed the top of her head, and whispered, "Not this time, sweetheart." That was the beginning. Michael and I had always been close. Or at least I thought we were. He was 2 years older, the golden child who could do no wrong in our parents' eyes. I was the responsible one who got pregnant at 24, raised Lily alone after her father left, and still managed to keep a steady job as a graphic designer working from home. 3 months earlier, in February, we had a fight. It wasn't even that big. Michael's fiancée, Sarah, had invited only certain family members to an engagement party. Lily and I were not on the list. When I asked him about it, he said, "It's just a small thing, Emily. You know how Sarah's family is? They're very particular." I told him it hurt. He rolled his eyes and said I was being dramatic, that I always made everything about me and my situation. That word, situation, landed like a slap. As if my daughter was a problem to be managed, but I let it go. Because he was my brother. Because family. Now this, I didn't cry right away. I picked up the dress, folded it carefully, and put it back in the closet. Lily watched me with big, confused eyes. I made her favorite macaroni and cheese and let her watch cartoons while I sat on the couch with my laptop, pretending to work. Inside, something was cracking. Later that evening, I called my mother. She answered on the second ring. "Mom, did you know about this?" There was a long pause. Michael mentioned something. He said he wanted a stress-free day. You know how weddings are, honey. He banned my 4-year-old daughter from his wedding. Mom, what kind of stress is a little girl going to cause? You know, Michael has always been sensitive about appearances. Sarah's family is wealthy. They expect certain things. I closed my eyes, and I'm not certain enough. Another silence. "Just give him space, Emily. This will blow over." It didn't blow over. The next few days I received messages from aunts and cousins. Some were careful. Maybe it's best not to make a scene. Others were direct. "Michael has a lot on his plate right now. Try to understand." I saved every single text. I didn't reply to most of them. What was there to say? Lily kept asking about Uncle Michael. Every night before bed she would say, "Is Uncle coming to see us soon?" I would smile and tell her maybe later. Then I would go to my room, close the door, and sit on the edge of the bed staring at nothing for 20 minutes. What I didn't know then was that this decision would cost Michael everything he had planned. But more on that later. 2 weeks passed. Michael posted photos on social media of the rehearsal dinner I was never invited to. Smiling faces, expensive suits, Sarah in a designer dress. Lily saw one of the pictures while I was scrolling and pointed at the screen. "That's Uncle Michael. Why is he smiling without us?" I turned off the phone. I decided I wouldn't beg. I wouldn't call him crying. I would protect my daughter's heart the only way I knew how, by not forcing her into spaces where she wasn't wanted. But the story was far from over. Around the 25-minute mark in this telling, I started noticing little cracks in Michael's perfect wedding plans. Small things at first. A message from a mutual friend who worked in event planning. A rumor that the venue deposit was late. I brushed it off. Not my business. Then came the call I never expected. It was June 10th, 2 weeks before the wedding. My phone rang with an unknown number. I almost didn't pick up. Quotes. Hello, is this Emily Thompson? This is Karen from Rocky Mountain Estate Venue. I'm coordinating your brother Michael's wedding. My stomach dropped. Yes, this is Emily. Karen's voice was professional but tense. We've been trying to reach Michael for 2 days about the final payment. He gave us your number as a backup contact from several months ago. The payment failed this morning. We need $52,000 by tomorrow, or we will have to cancel the entire booking. I sat down slowly. $52,000. I hadn't spoken to Michael in weeks. He had banned us. And now the venue was calling me? I told Karen I would try to reach him and hung up. That night, Michael called me for the first time in a month. His voice was shaking. Double quotes. Emily, you have to help me. The venue just called. Everything is falling apart. Sarah is going to kill me. My parents already paid for the flowers and catering. If this collapses now, he was panicking. Really panicking. I listened without saying much. I let him talk. Let him explain how he had overextended himself. How he had counted on a big bonus that never came. How Sarah's family had started asking questions about the budget. Then, I asked the only question that mattered. Why did you ban Lily and me? Michael? There was silence on the line. Then he started making excuses. It wasn't personal. Sarah's parents are very traditional. They didn't want any drama. You know how it is with single moms and kids at fancy weddings? I didn't yell. I didn't cry on the phone. I simply said, I'll think about it, and hung up. That was the moment the second open loop began to tighten. Because what Michael didn't realize was that I had already spoken to Karen again. And what she told me next changed everything. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me go back. After the banning text, I focused on Lily. I took her to the park every day that week. I pushed her on the swings until my arms ached. I watched her laugh and chase butterflies and tried to forget the humiliation. One afternoon, an older woman at the park asked if everything was okay. I must have looked as lost as I felt. I told her a small part of the story. She just nodded and said, "Blood doesn't always mean family, dear." Those words stayed with me. Meanwhile, Michael kept posting. Another rehearsal dinner. Another expensive tasting menu. Photos with friends. I used to consider close. No one reached out to me. It felt like I had been erased, my father called once.
He said, "Don't make this harder than it has to be, Emily. Michael is starting a new chapter."
Maybe it's time you focused on yours. I asked him if that new chapter included banning his only granddaughter.
He changed the subject, the days.
Dragged on. Lily started having nightmares. She would wake up crying, asking why Uncle Michael was mad at her. I would hold her until she fell back asleep, my own chest tight with anger I couldn't show. I started documenting everything. Every text, every call, every relative who sided with him. Not because I planned revenge, but because I needed to remember what was real. I needed to protect myself and my daughter from gaslighting later. Around the 1-month mark, I received a formal email from Michael's wedding planner. It was addressed to the entire family except me. The subject line read, "Final details." No exceptions. I wasn't even worth removing from the list properly. That hurt more than the original text. I printed the email. I folded it and put it in a drawer next to Lily's drawings. A reminder. Then came June 12th. The venue called me again. Karen sounded stressed. The payment is still outstanding. Michael promised it would be wired today, but nothing has come through. We have another couple ready to take the date if this falls through. I'm sorry to involve you, but you were listed as emergency contact. I asked how much time we had. She said 48 hours. I didn't tell Michael right away. Instead, I drove to the venue the next morning. I needed to see it for myself. Rocky Mountain Estate was beautiful. Stone buildings, mountain views, perfect gardens. The kind of place people dream about. I parked far away and watched vendors setting up tables and string lights. A woman in a suit, Karen, I guessed, was on the phone looking anxious. I didn't approach her that day. I just sat in my car and thought about the little girl at home who had been told she couldn't wear her pink dress to her uncle's big day. When I got home, Michael called again. This time he was desperate. "Emily, please. I need your help. I'll pay you back. Just talk to the venue. Tell them it's coming. Sarah is crying. My parents are furious. This can't happen." I listened to him beg for almost 10 minutes. He didn't apologize for banning us. Not once. He only cared about saving his perfect day. That's when I knew. I told him I would call the venue. He thanked me like I had saved his life, but I didn't call to help him. I called Corinne and asked for the full story. She hesitated at first, but once I explained who I was and the situation with my daughter, she opened up. The payment hadn't just failed once. Michael had been dodging them for weeks. The initial deposit was late.
He had changed the head count 3 times to try to save money.
He had lied about the final amount. And here's what she told me that became the third open loop. There was something else. Something bigger. But that revelation would come later, right before everything exploded. For now, Michael was still convinced I was going to save him. He sent me 3 more texts that night, each one more frantic than the last. "Emily, they're threatening to cancel everything. I can't believe this is happening. Please don't let me down." I read them while Lily slept in my lap. Her small hand was curled around my shirt. I stroked her hair and made a quiet promise to myself. I would not let my daughter grow up thinking she was less than. The next few days were a storm of family messages. My mother called crying. My father threatened to cut me off if I didn't. Help. Aunts and uncles sent group texts about loyalty and forgiveness. I answered almost none of them. Instead, I took Lily to get ice cream. We went to the zoo. I bought her a new stuffed bear and let her name it Brave. Every time Michael's name appeared on my phone, I turned it face down. The pressure kept building. Michael left voicemails. In one, he sounded like he was about to cry. "You're my sister, Emily. Blood is blood. Please. Blood is blood." The same words my father had used, but blood had banned my child. On June 20th, 5 days before the wedding, the venue sent Michael a formal cancellation notice. I know because Corinne forwarded me a copy when I asked for transparency. Michael called me at 2:17. His voice was broken. "It's over. They canceled. Sarah won't even look at me. What am I supposed to do now?" I let the silence stretch. Then I spoke calmly. "You banned us, Michael. You chose this." He started sobbing, real, ugly crying. He said he was sorry. He said he panicked. He said Sarah's family had pressured him and he didn't know how to push back. He admitted the money problems had been going on longer than anyone knew. I listened to every word. Then I told him I had to go. I hung up. That night I didn't sleep. I sat on the porch watching the stars and thinking about the next steps. Because the story wasn't finished. Far from it. The final payment failure had triggered something much larger. Something that would expose years of lies, not just about the wedding, but about who Michael really was. And in the next part of this story, everything comes crashing down in ways no one saw coming. Asterisk that night after Michael's 2 a.m. call, I didn't sleep. I sat on the porch until the sky turned gray. Lily was still asleep inside, clutching her new stuffed bear named Brave. I made myself a cup of coffee and watched the sunrise over the mountains. Something had shifted inside me. I was no longer waiting for my brother to change. I was done. The next morning, June 21st, Corinne from the venue called again. Her voice was clipped. "Emily, the cancellation is official. We've already notified the vendors. Michael still owes us $12,000 for the non-refundable deposit he missed last month. He's been dodging our calls for weeks. $12,000. On top of the $52,000 final payment that had failed. I asked her to email me the full breakdown. She did. I printed every page and put them in the same drawer with the wedding planner email and the banning text. Michael called at 9:17, and his voice was hoarse. "Emily, Sarah left the house this morning. She took her ring off and threw it at me. Her parents are furious. They're saying the whole thing makes our family look unreliable. Please, you're the only one who can talk to the venue. Tell them I'll fix it." I stayed quiet for 10 full seconds. Then I said, "You banned my daughter from your wedding, Michael. You told me not to ruin your day. Now your day is ruined. How does it feel?" He started crying again. Not the controlled sniffles from before, real choking sobs. He said he had been stressed about money for over a year. The big bonus he bragged about, it never existed. He had borrowed from our parents without telling them the full amount. He had lied to Sarah's family about his income. He even used part of the wedding fund to pay off credit card debt from a secret gambling habit he thought no one knew about. I listened. I didn't interrupt. He kept talking. I panicked when Sarah's parents said they wanted a perfect traditional wedding, no kids running around, no single moms who might bring drama. I thought if I just removed you and Lily, everything would stay smooth. I was wrong. I'm so sorry. Sorry, the word came too late. I told him I had the documents. All of them, the late deposits, the bounced payments, the emails where he blamed the venue for miscommunication. Michael went silent. Then he whispered, "Don't show Mom and Dad, please." That was the moment the third open loop closed, because I had already sent the full folder to our parents that morning. Every screenshot, every bank notice Karen forwarded, every desperate text Michael sent me. I didn't add any comment. Just the files and one line. This is why he banned us. My mother called me 30 minutes later. She was shaking. "Emily, is this real?" I told her it was. I told her about the 2 a.m. call, about how he never once asked how Lily was doing, how he only wanted me to clean up his mess. My father called right after. For the first time in years, he sounded small. We gave him $28,000 already. He said it was for the flowers and photographer. He lied to our faces. The family group chat exploded. Aunts who had lectured me about loyalty suddenly turned. Cousins who posted support for Michael started deleting comments. The perfect golden child image cracked wide open in real time. Michael tried to call me 12 times that day. I let every call go to voicemail. On June 22nd, Sarah's mother reached out to me directly. She had seen the documents too. She apologized for the way her daughter and future son-in-law had treated us. She said the wedding was officially canceled, no backup venue, no rescheduling. The deposits were lost. Lily noticed I was different that week. She climbed into my lap while I worked and asked, "Mommy, why is Uncle Michael calling so much now?" I looked at her sweet face and said, "Because he made a mistake, baby. A big one. But we're okay. We don't need to go to his wedding." She thought about it, then hugged me tighter. "Okay, can we have pizza tonight instead?" We had pizza. The final blow came on what would have been the wedding day, June 25th, 2025. Michael showed up at my door at 6:30 p.m. unannounced. He looked terrible, unshaven, eyes red. His expensive suit from the rehearsal dinner was wrinkled and had a coffee stain on the sleeve. I stepped outside and closed the door behind me so Lily wouldn't see him. He stood there on my porch, hands in his pockets. "I lost everything, Emily. Sarah left me. Her family cut us off. Mom and Dad are demanding their money back. The venue is threatening legal action. I have nothing left." I looked at him for a long moment. "You had a sister and a niece who loved you? That was never nothing." He started to speak, but I raised my hand. Asterisk, you chose appearances over family. You chose ego over a 4-year-old girl who thought her uncle hung the stars. You banned us to look perfect. Now everyone sees exactly who you are. Tears rolled down his face.
He didn't wipe them. I was scared. Sarah kept pushing for this image.
I thought if I removed the complications. Lily is not a complication, I said sharply. She is my child. Your blood. And you threw her away to impress people who don't even care about you now. He nodded slowly, broken. I know, I'm sorry. Can you ever forgive me? I thought about the pink dress still hanging in the closet. About Lily's nightmares. About the nights I sat alone wondering what I had done wrong. I can forgive you someday, I said. But I will never forget. And Lily will not be around you until she's old enough to decide for herself. You don't get to hurt her again. Michael stood there for another minute. Then he turned and walked back to his car. No hug, no final words. Just the sound of his engine starting and fading down the street. That was the last time. I saw him for 8 months. Our parents eventually got most of their money back after months of legal pressure. Michael had to sell his new car and move into a small apartment. Sarah never took him back. The story spread quietly through our circles. People who once sided with him now invited Lily and me to their events instead. In December, Michael sent me a long message. He said he was in therapy. He admitted the gambling had been worse than he told anyone. He asked if he could send Lily a Christmas gift. I said yes, but I would decide when and how she received it. Lily opened the gift on Christmas morning. A soft stuffed Volf with a note that said, "Be brave like your mom." She smiled and put it next to Brave on her bed. She didn't ask to see Uncle Michael. Not yet. I watched her play and felt something settle inside my chest. Not happiness, exactly, but peace. The kind that comes when you finally choose yourself and your child over toxic loyalty. Michael and I still have a long way to go. Some wounds don't heal quickly. But I protected my daughter. I stood up when it mattered. And the family finally saw the truth behind the golden child mask. If you're watching this and you've been excluded by family because of your children, because of your choices, because you refuse to stay small, know this: your worth is not decided by their guest list. Your child's value is not up for negotiation. What would you have done if your brother banned you and your little girl from his wedding, then begged you to save him when it all fell apart? Would you have helped him anyway? Or would you have let the consequences speak? Drop your answer in the comments.